Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to the late game Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday postgame show and Sunday Night Football preview. We'll get to the Sunday Night Football game in just a sec, but first we're going to go over the late games first. The Los Angeles Chargers beat the Oakland Raiders 26-10 at StubHub Center in Los Angeles, and boy, the Chargers just all over the Raiders today. Raiders just could not get things going today after beating the Browns in overtime last week. And the Browns will face the LA Chargers next Sunday at 1 p.m. They will face them. We'll see if they can beat them. Well, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the Minnesota Vikings got a little revenge today. They beat the defending Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, on the road in Philadelphia, 23-21 at Lincoln Financial Stadium in Philadelphia. Boy, this one came down to the wire. But I got to give the Vikings credit and their quarterback credit, and I think one of their wide receivers, and I gotta give them credit. They really played well. Boy, what an upset! Minnesota upset like that. Wow. The LA Rams win on the road in Seattle. They beat the Seahawks 33-31 to go to 5-0. And they are still unbeaten in the NFL. That means there's only two unbeaten teams in the NFL. The Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs are the only two unbeaten teams as of right now in the NFL. And how long that will remain, we will have to see. Who knows? The Arizona Cardinals upset the San Francisco 49ers 28-18. Boy, San Francisco had trouble today with Arizona. So, boy, what a win for Arizona today, though. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go over all the early games one more time, in case you missed my early game pregame show. In case you the post-game show, the early games post-game show. The Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens in overtime, 12-9 at First Energy Stadium, and Greg Joseph kicked a field goal from 19 yards away to win it in overtime for us. The Denver Broncos beat the New York Jets beat the Denver Broncos 34-16 at MetLife Stadium in New York, and they went to 2-3, and Denver falls to 2-3. The Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers 31-23 at Ford Field in Detroit. Green Bay just could not get a win on the road, and they played well. They battled back, but it just was not enough. They just could not eke out that win. The Carolina Panthers beat the New York Giants with a field goal as time expired, 33-31. The Giants had a lead, and they fought, and the Carolina Panthers beat them, and the Giants get beat in the final seconds. They lose at Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina. Well, the Buffalo Bills beat the Tennessee Titans by 13-12 at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo. I just want to point that out. And Tennessee just could not. And Tennessee falls just short of getting a road win. And And that field goal Buffalo kicked was in the final seconds of the fourth quarter. The Pittsburgh Steelers were all over the Atlanta Falcons today. Beat the Atlanta Falcons at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh 41-17. And now, which means that was a big win for the Steelers. And they are both, the Steelers and Browns are both 2-2-1. After being down 17-0, the Cincinnati Bengals came back to beat the Miami Dolphins 27-17 at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And wow, I can't believe, it's hard to believe that Cincinnati came back in the final seconds and managed to win the game. And the Kansas City Chiefs remain unbeaten, as I've said. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 30-14 at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, and they go to 5-0 as well. And I said this once, and I'm going to say it one more time. The LA Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs are the only two unbeaten teams in the NFL. And we'll have to see how long that will last. Well, it is now time to preview tonight's Sunday Night Football game. This is one of two games left in Week 5. And this week's Sunday Night Football game is the Houston Texans will take on the Dallas Cowboys at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. And I feel that, and I've taken Houston to win this one. I feel Houston has the edge in this game because they're tough at home, and I don't see Dallas going to go on the road, but anything can happen. And I think I got last week, the Dallas Cowboys are coming off a win over Detroit last week. And the Houston Texans, I got to look here, are coming off a 3-point win over the Indianapolis Colts that was in overtime last week. So, I think Houston, I feel, has the edge in this game tonight. And I feel if Dallas wants to win this one on the road, they've got to come out, they've got to dominate early. They've got to put the pressure on Houston and their defense and also their offense, and also especially Houston's running game and their quarterback as well. They're going to have to jump on them, or they're going to have to score early, and they're going to have to really just dominate this game early. They're going to have to really do it. And I got to tell you, I feel that, although I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, I feel that Houston has the edge in this game, that they're going to win this one. I've taken them to win this game, and so is my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle. And I do feel that, I mean, you've got to know, Houston has to really put the pressure, though, even though they're home, on Dallas's quarterback. And they also have to put the pressure on Dallas's defense as well, and they've got a really strong. They've got a good defense and also a very strong offense. They need to put the pressure on, and Dallas's running game, besides their passing game as well. But if Dallas can come out and dominate early, and if they can also and really put the pressure on Houston, then they have a chance to win. But I think Houston's going to really put the pressure on Dallas, and they're going to be dominating in this game, and they're going to really be gunning Dallas's quarterback. So if they can do that, that's why I feel Houston is really going to is really going to really win this ball game. I feel they're going to take this game tonight. I really do. And we will see what happens. I will have a post-game show for the Sunday night game after it has concluded. And I want to just touch base. Tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Washington Redskins take on the New Orleans Saints at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And we could have some NFL history being made tomorrow night. If the Saints can win this thing, Saints quarterback Drew Brees could go for the record to surpass John Higgins for the most yards rushing. And we will see if that will happen tomorrow night. And I feel that the Saints are going to take this ball game because they are tough at home. And I don't know if Washington's going to be able to take this one on the road. They're going to have to really, really dominate because they're going to be going up against a tough Saints offense and a tough Saints defense as well. So we will see what happens with tomorrow night's game for tonight's Sunday night football game, the Houston Texans and Dallas Cowboys. Well, that is going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 late game Week 5 post game show, and I'll have a post game show for the Sunday night football game after it has concluded between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.